area riding of Terrebonne has now flipped to the Liberals. Tatiana Auguste beat the incumbent Bloc Québécois MP Nathalie Sinclair-Desgagnés by, get this, 1 vote, in case you wondered whether your vote matters.
You know, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but this whole thing looks just wacko. So the Liberals are now up to 170 seats, just 2 seats shy of a majority. It's getting serious. Hey guys, this is UnPontificated. My name is Vuyo. And yeah, if you like this content, please like and subscribe to the channel. Today, I'm actually going to talk about, well, saw that pre-clip that the Liberals are inching closer to a majority. There are other seats. I think there's 4 more seats that are getting recounted, and we'll see how they go. Today, I mainly want to talk about the NDP, because the NDP want official party status. Here in Canada, to be an official party, you need to have won at least 12 seats in the general election, and the NDP won only 7. So they're out there trying to get official party status.
One of my primary objectives is to make sure that our caucus has the resources we need to discharge our functions in Parliament, but more importantly, to advocate effectively for the 1.2 million Canadians who voted for us, and make sure that their priorities and what they voted for, you know, good jobs, affordable housing, strong public healthcare system, so that we can effectively bring those policies and voices to the House of Commons. So, you know, we are actively working to try to make sure we get those resources for our caucus. You know, we're going to explore ways that we can effectively use the staff that we have and reorganize in a novel way to carry out our functions. And, you know, there's other ways that we can tap into public resources. You know, we may have to engage civil society in ways that can help us in ways that we haven't before. So it's actually kind of exciting, I think, to reimagine, you know, how we can open up a process and actually get more input into our parliamentary caucus. So I think there's actually some opportunities here as well.
So that was Don Davies, the NDP interim party leader right now, talking about how exciting it is to be in a situation that they're in. But here's my thing. The NDP doesn't deserve to be an official party. They're at 7 seats. The Canadian people have spoken. The Canadian people spoke loudly and clear that the NDP, at least at this moment of its existence, is not a party that they really care about. And it's Jagmeet Singh's fault. Jagmeet Singh made a deal with the Liberal Party. He decided that he's going to prop them up at least till 2025 election. Prop them up as long as they do what it is that the NDP wants them to do. And if you want to say they actually succeeded because of the pharmaceutical and the dental plan that they got the government to do for people, great, sure. If that was your plan and you achieved those goals, great. But you also achieved persona non grata? You made well, I don't know if you made the Liberals, but the Liberals moved all the way to the left. They were more left of the NDP in their policies and plans. And because of that, why do you need the NDP if you've already got the Liberal? And obviously, Pierre Poilievre was absolutely stellar in joining the two together, calling it the NDP Liberal government. I mean, let's look at how far the NDP has fallen since the Orange Wave in 2011. On this site here, you have the results. This is the 2011 election, where the Conservatives won their majority under Stephen Harper. The NDP had 103 seats, a lot of them in Quebec, and this is where the Liberals, it was under Ignatieff, were just decimated down to 34 seats. But the NDP did really well in 2011. Great. It was like a record election for them. They were now the official opposition party under Jack Layton. And then we go to 2015. This is now, sunny ways, sunny ways. Justin Trudeau brought the Liberals back, 184. They had a majority there. So it was down to 99, NDP 44. So from 103 to 44. And of course, Thomas Mulcair, I believe, lost his seat and he was gone. And then we have Jagmeet. I think he ran in 2019, 24 seats. So 103, 44, 24. That's 2019. And now this is the COVID election where Justin Trudeau hoped to get his majority. And he went up 3, but no majority. Basically the same election. Conservatives pretty flat, 119. But NDP 24, 25 gained 1, so flat. Nothing happening there. So 103, 44, 24, 25. And then we have the past election a month ago or so, where we have the NDP down to 7 seats. Look, I understand why you want to be an official party. You get certain privileges in Parliament. Most of it being, well, you can ask questions. You can join parliamentary committees. And of course, you get certain funds that official parties get that unofficial parties do not get. And I believe that's the main thing that the NDP want is funds, because funds allow you to hire staff, they allow you to do certain things. I understand, being recognized as in the House grants certain privileges that the NDP has not lost. Those include being guaranteed a question in the daily question period, participation in committees, and funding for the leader's office and research bureau. Am I looking? Better. So I get it. You've lost your funding. The people have lost their jobs in the NDP office, and but that's life. That's our parliamentary system that we have in this country. So if we're going to now reward bad behavior, then what's the point? Why are we voting? No. What Mr. Don Davies needs to do, you guys go ahead and run you're going to now have a leadership convention, which is good. Have your leadership convention and then rebuild the party. I mean, a lot of people have done that. People have gone, like the Conservatives, I believe, and when Kim Campbell was ran, decimated the party, just had 2 seats, Kim Campbell and Jean Charest. And they built it back up. Hard work, meeting people, and doing all that. And now, 144 seats, pretty good. We did win the majority under Stephen Harper, so you've gone from decimate to majority before. So go out there, man. Work hard, work, and stop making deals with the opposition party, because you're telling your own base that you need to make these deals to be effective. And why are they going to vote for you? If you should go, one might as well just vote for the party that you're making a deal with. I personally have no problem with our electoral system. The fact that we have 3 main parties, I think, is good. I think if they stay in their lane, it's good. Conservatives are conservatives on the right, Liberals stay in the center, NDP to the left. I think that's fine. I think you have everybody represented in general, and then we go and vote. We have a pretty good democratic process here in Canada compared to other countries, and it's great. But the people have spoken. It's a democratic process. And if you have just 7 seats, it's not the minimum allotted by law, then sorry. I don't think you deserve to be an official party. And yes, even under our system, you can be granted that by the party in power. But I'm going to say to Mr. Carney, don't do it. They don't deserve it. All right, guys, let me know what you think. That's my talk for today. And yeah, tomorrow we're going to have a cabinet. Carney's going to tell us what his cabinet is. I think that'll be interesting. I also saw that China and the US have a deal to pause tariffs. US and Chinese officials on Monday, they had reached a deal to roll back most of their recent tariffs and call a 90-day truce in their trade war for more talks on resolving trade disputes. The US Trade Representative Jameson Greer said the US agreed to drop its 145% tariff rate on Chinese goods by 115 percentage points to 30%, while China agreed to lower its rate on US goods by the same amount to 10%. So if the US and China made a deal, the US and the UK have made a deal. I mean, that's to be ratified, I guess, in Congress. US, Canada? What's going on? What's going on, guys? Carney, you're our guy. You're the one who can talk to Trump. Can we get this going, please? Let's get the deals. Let's get those tariffs dropped. Eliminated. We're the biggest trading partner. We're the closest friends. Let's get it done. You said you were going to get it done, Mark Carney. So get it done. Like and subscribe, guys. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye. God bless.